What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. My name is Ayotami. Okay, welcome to Sign by Source. In this video, we're going to be talking about 6 signs your music is going to blow up. Okay, 6 signs your music is going to blow up. All right, I want you to take notes, mental notes. If you're super serious about this, go ahead, get your pen and pad, you feel me? Or open your notes app, you know what I'm saying? And write these things down so that you can know that you're on the right track, okay? And the beauty of this is, even if you're not on the right track, you can take these things I'm going to show you in this video and you can apply it to what you're doing to make sure that you are on the right track, okay? But this is 6 signs that your music is going to blow up. Let's get started. Number 1, you create effortlessly without forcing it, okay? What does forcing look like? It means it looks like you're struggling to make music, you're fighting creative blocks, you're second guessing every choice. Versus flowing, okay? Flowing, you're operating as a conduit. You're allowing source creation to flow through you rather than, trying so hard. The reason why this is number 1 on the list is because if you're not creating from a place of flow, if you're not creating from a place of allowing music to flow through you, you're using way too much energy to try and create music, and that's not sustainable. Okay, it's just not sustainable in the long term, and that reflects in your music that you're trying so hard, right? If it's taking you 2 years to finish a record, you know what I'm saying? How are you going to create any kind of success for yourself? We're talking about real stuff here, okay? If you're struggling to make music, it's raps, okay? I'm sorry. You shouldn't be struggling to create music. It should be flowing from you naturally, okay? Time disappears when you're creating. That means you actually enjoy this. In order for you to actually achieve success with this music, you have to be in love with the creation process. And there's no way that you're going to be in love with something that you're struggling to do, okay? Time should disappear when you're creating. Literally, I can create for 3-4 hours and completely forget, and time disappears literally when I'm creating. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you have to be operating as a conduit when you're creating music. If your music feels channeled and not forced, okay? If your music feels like it's coming from a higher plane, it's coming from somewhere outside of you, and you're operating as a conduit, this is how you know that you're creating effortlessly and you're not forcing it, okay? Let's move on to number 2. Yes, number 2, your authentic voice stands out, okay? If your music sounds original, you know what I'm saying? If it sounds like you, if people can hear you on a track and they know, boom, it's you. If you play, if you got the aux in a car, you got your aux in a room and you're playing music and you play your track, just slide your track in there to see how people react. And people are like, yo, is that you? That means that you have an authentic voice in this music. And that is so crucial, right? We have a game that's saturated. It seems like it's saturated, but it's saturated with a lot of noise. It's saturated with a lot of inauthenticity, okay? And authenticity, if your music is authentic, you're already better than 90% of people that are creating music out there, and your music will cut through, okay? Don't never look at the game and be like, yo, there's too many artists. There's only one of you. There's only one being that has your unique, authentic voice, and that's you, okay? So if you have an authentic sound, you're on your way, you're on your way, you're on your way. If your music has a signature, a recognizable style, whether it's your cadence, whether it's your flow, whether it's the way that you interpret certain genres, you know what I'm saying? Whether you make your own derivatives of certain genres and you have your own style, you're about to blow up. You're on your way, okay? Keep going. If listeners remember your sound, yeah, this ties back into the first piece of what I said. Like, if people recognize and remember your unique sound and your unique vibe, that means that there's millions of people that will recognize your unique vibe. You're on your way to blowing up, okay? If that's you, shout out to you, first of all, okay? If that's not you, that's okay. Hang to the end. We're gonna help you out. Number 3, you finish songs, okay? This is key, all right? Literally every song that I sit down to create, for me, part of what it means to create a song is to at least make it from the beginning to the end, okay? Even if it's the base foundational structural level of it, you have to make it from the beginning to the end, okay? This is part of what I teach, all right? It's like it's 3D printing a record, you know what I'm saying? Just like if you're 3D printing something, you have to create that foundational layer first. You have to make it from the beginning to the end of the song. So you have to finish songs. If you're doing a verse and a chorus and you scrapping it, moving to the next song, that ain't it, fam. That ain't it, fam. You're gonna have a vault full of that, and none of that is gonna get you to where you need to be. Except you're working your creativity. That's cool, but that's not the recipe for blowing up. I'm not talking about what makes a good artist. I kind of am, but we're talking about, are you finna blow up off your music? Okay. So yeah, if you can complete a record, you know what I'm saying? If you could push through the challenges, push through the voices that are inevitably going to come up while you're creating and tell you that it's trash, tell you that you're going in the wrong direction, tell you that, nah, that sounds corny. All of those voices will come. If you can push through and silence those voices, if you can complete a record and then actually make it to release, and you can do that consistently, you're on your way to blowing up. I'm telling you, you're better than 90%, if not 95% of creators in general, if you're able to complete records and release them. Okay, that's number 3. Let's keep it pushing. Number 4, if your music creates emotional reactions, this is key as well. If you can create a song that makes you feel like you want to dance and people hear it and they feel like they want to dance, that's powerful. If you can do that with one person, you can do that with 1 billion people. Okay, if you're making a sad song, if you're communicating emotions that are sad or heavy, and people can listen to the record and feel those emotions, that's powerful. Same with energy. If you can make music that makes people feel energetic and they feel it, and if you can transmute the emotions that you're feeling through the medium of music and encapsulate that and deliver that to somebody else, and they can experience those same emotions, listen, you finna blow up. You finna blow up. And this is why, okay? If you can do this with one person, you can do this with 1 billion people, okay? The essence of what you have is right, all right? And for so many people, they're trying to blow up without that essence being right, okay? So boom. Yeah, connection creates human bonds. People will oftentimes forget what you said, but they'll never forget how you made them feel, okay? Your ability to create emotional responses in people is exactly why you finna blow up. Okay? Like I said, if you had number 4 and you're like, bro, X, this ain't me, don't worry, okay? First of all, you have a roadmap of what you need to get locked in, finally, okay? And secondly, I'm gonna help you out, okay? Stay to the end. Number 5, you create music consistently, not just when inspired. Yes. If you're one of these people that just sits around waiting for it to come, waiting for it to strike you before you sit down and create, I'm sorry. It's raps for you. I'm sorry. You can't be operating like that. You have to create consistently. It's about being a conduit for creativity to flow through. If we talk about an electric conduit that exists within the wall, right? It is always, my hands are kind of ashy. Hold on. Don't zoom in on that. All right. Yeah. Boom. Right. Like I said, the conduit behind the wall, it is always there and it is always ready. Just think about this, right? When you flip off the light switch when you go to bed and it's off for like those 8 hours, for some of y'all 12 hours, y'all need to get that together, right? That conduit is still there, ready and available for as soon as you flip that switch, the light comes through. That's what it means. Let me liken that to being an artist and showing up in your craft. You have to show up consistently so that that electricity, so that energy can flow through you and channel through you whenever you're ready to create. You know what I'm saying? You can't just create when you're inspired. You make yourself available, and that is how divine creativity comes to you consistently, okay? For me, I recommend creating something every day, creating a record every single day, at least one, okay? Of course, if you need, it's not about work, you know what I'm saying? It's about showing up consistently, developing your connection to creator, to creation, you know what I'm saying? To the creation process. You have to be creating consistently, all right? If you are creating consistently, you finna blow up. I'm telling you. Last, if not least, This ties it all together. You function as a creative conduit, okay? Higher inspiration. You are available so that divine creativity, divine source energy can flow through you and create, okay? Energy flows through you, right? It manifests as music, pure creative expression, right? When I create, I don't write anymore, all right? I show up into the studio just like this. What you're looking at right here is my studio setup, okay? I show up to the mic just like this. I tap in and I'm creating records. I'm recording the first bar, boom. Second bar, boom. And we making our way all throughout the track. And I'm shutting down every voice that tells me, nah, that's not it. That's not gonna work. Yada, yada, all of that. That's not my business, right? A conduit, we're talking about the conduit behind the wall, right? Its job, its place is not to, pick apart the different frequencies that are flowing through, the different hertz that are flowing through from the power grid and be like, I like this one, I don't like this one. It is a conduit. Energy is meant to flow through it and make its way to the light bulb, and that light is meant to illuminate the room, right? Its job is not to stop, not to judge the flow that's coming through. It's to literally allow it to flow through and function and make its purpose. Its purpose is to allow to flow through, okay? So yeah, those are 6 ways. If you listen to that and you're like, yo, check. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. You're going to blow up and I'm going to see you at the top. Shout out to you. You're on your way. All right? Yeah. If you're missing any of these signs, if you have creative blocks, if your ideas don't flow naturally, if you have a folder full of unfinished projects, 1 verse, 1 chorus, 1 bar, 3 bars, 5 bars, and they're not finished records. If you have a sound that you feel like you sound like everybody else, if you have an inconsistent creation schedule, sorry, yo, you are not currently on the track to blowing up. I hate to be the one to break it to you, but that's the facts, okay? You know what I'm saying? Join us in our Source Artist Transformation, all right? I'm running a 6-week program that in these 6 weeks, you will create the best music of your life and you will be on track to blowing up, okay? We will completely reprogram your mind, your creative process, set up a creation schedule for you, and introduce you to what it looks like to creating limitlessly, okay? Yeah, it's a Source Artist Transformation. There's going to be a link in the description. Click that and apply to work with me, okay? It's a two-week enrollment window. There's only 12 spots, okay? So if you want to be one of these 12 people, go ahead and click that and apply immediately. You don't really have time to waste or think about this, all right? If you know that you need this, if you know that you are currently not on track to blowing up, right? You're struggling in this music thing. You need help. You need guidance, all right? This is the perfect thing for you, all right? It is a premium offer, all right? So yeah, go ahead and apply. If you're an amazing fit for it, I'm going to review each of these applications myself. If you're a good fit for it, I'm going to call you up myself, all right? And we're going to get to work, all right? So yeah, there you go. 6 signs. Hold up, let me bring it back to 6 signs that you are finna blow up, all right? Congratulations in advance. And yeah, stay tapped in to Sound by Source. It's been a pleasure. Peace.